Guys. Hello, everybody. As you can see, I have failed to do a hand signal. Welcome to Box Box Goss, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
That one. I'm taking over with all the introductions. We are so thrilled to be back for the final race of the season, guys. We made it! Woo! We made it! As you can see, all us three fabulous sisters are together. Okay, shut up. Two of us and Afi are together again. And Selim, of course, we love him, but he is far, far away. So someday we will have to go together. In the
that would be cool. That would be really cool, actually, though.
Yeah, we're gonna need a referee for that, though.
We will need a referee.
We will need a referee for that. I will bring a whistle.
But before we get into what might be one of the more boring, yes, sleepy finales that we have encountered in a while.
Finale.
We have some news. There's some exciting news happening. To start off with, Nico Hulkenberg is back! Yay! The Hulk is back! But with that, our in-law, Nico, how old are you? How old are you? Can you relax? Why do you even need to be in the sports anymore?
Shumi hasn't even been there for like.
But in the process, he created, I think last year, $4 million worth of €1 million or dollars. I don't remember, but it was a lot of money worth of crashes.
Million?
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah,
He was the highest.
Ho!
I think he was in. I think it was also his debut year as well.
Who are we bad mouthing?
Mick Schumacher.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Because he's created a lot of damage. Let's not be a lie. And yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that they're cutting him that quickly.
Yes.
Nah, he's expensive. House is broke. It's fine.
It's fine.
Where did Selim go? Anyway, we've lost him.
I'm here. Don't worry.
Okay, great. Anyway, we are here. But anyway, yeah. Unfortunately,
It's whack.
Your husband.
we're sorry.
Yeah,
We're so sorry.
It's okay. I mean, we still have money, but like, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
He's
He's the breadwinner for his family, right at the moment. Yeah. Not his father with his and we hope he's getting a lot better.
Yes.
But
also his sister who does really cool things with horses as well too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah,
Gina Schumacher, check her out.
She's pretty cool.
She's really cool.
But yeah, so Kafrawa.
Thank you. It's really.
My condolences.
We're so sorry.
We're sorry.
We're so sorry.
Aside from that,
I'm not moving on. Nico Hulkenberg's back. Yes.
I mean, there's Logan Sargent.
Who is that?
who is he?
Wow.
He's a
Wow.
Yes.
He was driving for Force India before. Yeah.
As a test driver?
No, as a proper driver. And then he came to Renault, best decision of his career. And then he left. Out
So
of
how
the
old
blue.
is he?
Good question.
old is he?
How old is
You
he?
like named the career of like a 16-time winner.
Yeah, like that guy is old.
That guy
I'm
never-
looking him up.
Nico
Logan Sarge. Is that how I spell his name?
Nah,
We're talking about Nico Hulkenberg. How did we?
Oh, I was talking about I thought you were talking about Logan Sargent because I was like,
Why
that
would
makes
Logan Sargent be in Force It?
Yeah, the guy's only 21. Who's born in the year 2000.
Damn.
He's from Florida.
I like that song.
That makes so much
When
sense.
Nico Hulkenberg was in Force India, Logan Sargent was 16 years old.
How old is
His
he?
full name is Logan Hunter Sargent. That is the most American name I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, Logan Sargent was bad. Logan Hunter. Like, that is a guy.
Is he not a Trump supporter?
That's what we've heard.
So we traded. We literally are getting like the guy who shall not be named back.
It's
We
fine.
had one perfect season.
It's fine. It's
Nobody on the
Williams.
track that we
It's
had.
Williams. No one cares.
I will care because when the other guy who shall not be named was at Haas, I cared about
You know,
that.
Yeah,
It was
and-
frustrating.
it's a real tell them all, you know, okay. It's a real shame to see that like all the less fortunate, financially fortunate teams have to like grab really shit people to drive in their team.
But then again, they
And
have
make
money.
no, don't get me wrong, it makes sense. But the thing is, we have the drivers academy.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like,
Yeah.
why are we not using anyone from the drivers' academy?
That's a great question because it's like, come to think of it, there's only 5 drivers are coming into the teams, and like one of them actually came from a drivers academy, and that drivers academy was very close to booting them out.
Wait,
Who
who is that? Oh, the other. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah,
The Australian, Oscar Piastri.
I don't like him. But I would,
I like him.
Again, I would like to reiterate that like we don't like to bring actual politics into like actual like political parties and stuff like that into the sport. You know, it is relevant because we are all people of color and we all like a pretty not more controversial and kind of conservative sport because you get a lot of conservative people watching F1 too. So I mean, I don't want to say that all people who like Trump are shit, but I would like to say that like we respect your opinion. We don't think it's correct, but we respect your opinion.
I mean, like the thing is that like sport and politics are always bound to intermix.
I know.
I know, but and that is, you know, we see that across all over the world. I mean, right now, during Abu Dhabi weekend, the World Cup began in Qatar. You know, that's controversial in itself. So I mean, and that politics in itself as well too. So it's complicated. It's sports, and it's all over the place. So I mean, it's one of those
It
things.
also sucks. And I get you, Rafi.
I don't want to like offend anyone. Basically, is what I'm saying.
No.
We don't have to agree on some points, but if we're able to all remain respectful, then I think that's
Yeah, and that's the beauty and magic of
and you know
Formula
that's
One
crazy.
sometimes.
That's some crazy BS coming out of me.
No,
Because
here's the thing.
everyone-
Here's the thing. As someone who's been in a global politics class with Afi,
It is not safe.
One.
It is not safe.
1, I missed this. 2, Formula One, before 2019, 2020 was purely an ignorance is bliss sport.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, Sebastian Vettel fights for equality and Lewis Hamilton fights for equality, and Lewis Hamilton should. I do agree with that. But it's like, when it comes to politics, I do miss having that sort of ignorance on that subject. I do miss having the ignorance of not caring about what happens outside the races.
Yeah. I mean,
get
and you
that.
know what the thing is that, you know, sport is an escapism kind of thing. You know, I think people, when they say, I don't want to hear about politics and sport, you know, I kind of get it for them, especially like even for us, like we escape, like, you know, the world is so political in itself. Sometimes you just need an escape. I go to like, you know, that's why we have our interest in our hobbies, because it's an escape from the
Have you guys
reality.
watched Blade Runner?
Okay, shut up.
2049?
Anyway, the point is that I'm not bringing my musical theater into this, which, by the way, Stan, actually, I have no show that honestly you should be standing.
You're
right
in
now.
Australia at the moment. I don't know what show you're doing.
What about 6? Is that good?
Yeah, 6 is good. Stan 6. Anyway, the point is that, you know, we all have an escape, and I understand why people are like,
Stardew Valley for life.
yeah, okay. Anyway, the point is that we get it, but like at the same time, you know, like it also is a great platform that reaches millions of people. It is a great opportunity to get to advocate for some things out there as well
And
too.
then
So
this
I
is
get it.
like, and also, and with that, which is what, with that sport, I mean, the thing is that sport has been political like look at all the moments that have happened in history, especially with there's been the two men at the Olympics who wore gloves and then raised their fists to the air.
Yeah, those American athletes as well too, and
Yeah,
they lost their medals for it.
They did.
I
And
thought
then
that was the Australian guy.
And then the Australian guy also got reprimanded as well. So I think
And then-
everyone lost.
And then there was
There-
Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the national anthem.
Yeah. There was the shootings that happened during the not Berlin games.
Boston.
No, Munich. It was the Munich Olympics.
What shooting?
Yeah.
Which the Israeli team.
Oh,
that got, yeah,
oh,
shot.
I
I mean, and then just even think about the
That was bad.
the 1936, if I got that correctly, Berlin Olympics was in Nazi Germany. So, like, you know, sports has been used for politics, and you know it still is today. I mean, if you look at all the places where F1 races, there are pretty much everyone on that. Every country on that list has a problem.
Look,
Every
look.
country on that list.
Come Chinese GP time, China's going to be trying to save face, and I cannot wait to call them out on their BS. Politics aside, there is no way.
I mean, we're going to be racing in the United States for three
Oh,
times
Don't
next
get
year.
me started.
I'm just saying. That's anyway.
But like,
But look,
the fact of the matter is, there is no sport, no topic, no company, nothing on this earth that isn't affected by global. I hate that I use that word. Global politics. I meant by just like country politics.
yeah.
No, it makes sense. I think like politics, it's great to bring some political points into sports, but I think we also need to be able to differentiate when we're discussing politics or human rights.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. Like, I think it's cool that we also have such a diverse team with different ideologies. Maybe sometimes we don't necessarily agree with, but I think it's cool that we have a pretty cool team that's accepting enough to have certain people on the grid.
Mhm.
So I think politics, yes, it can be pretty crummy at times, but it is something important to discuss. But back to Abu Dhabi, I don't really know how we got here. I don't know.
We
how
got there because of Logan Sacha. Anyway,
Oh,
is there
Hunter.
anything? Yeah, Hunter. That is his nickname for next year. Anyway, do we have any more news?
I miss Nick.
You know you
Go
do.
Tiffy.
No, how dare you? I miss Nick DeVries and Mercedes.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
he's going to Alpha Tauri.
Did you see doing for a year?
Did you see the way they transported
Yes,
him?
it was so cute. Mercedes is like, we're loaning him to you for a year. Take good care of him, but we're putting him on a tire trolley and then enjoy.
Yeah.
So adorable.
So
What a
good.
cute. I mean,
He's
and
27.
he's 27.
He is. That's a damn.
That's a damn lie. He is 2 years old.
He's 6
He is
months.
literally.
His mother's driving.
His mother is driving the
Get it
actual
together.
car. It's a lie.
Get it
He's
together.
not 1 year. Hey, I'm aging myself. Never mind. He's not.
He's 27.
Seven?
Yes.
Damn. You have a chance.
Damn.
I say,
Let's
this
see
is your
if I get it.
moment. This is your moment.
Get it. Get it, girl. Get it. Get it.
Anyway,
We're not doing wax things.
we are not doing that.
Buy
But
him a
we just.
wax.
Hey, look, sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
No, I don't have a chance.
No,
You
no,
know
no, no.
I am.
No, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You can have your pick of the litter of our great young drivers.
No,
Young
that's
drivers.
crazy.
Look, he
No,
was.
that's crazy.
No, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
I'm
No,
not
no,
that.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no.
that. Look,
I've
I
got.
look at some of
Look,
the
hear
ones
me
that
out.
people.
No, hear me out. I've got the best young driver for you. He was in the young drivers test last year. He's got great potential. Fernando Alonso, the best young driver Alpine has ever had.
I don't want him. I don't want him.
Would he be grandpa?
He would be.
Would he be grandpa?
I don't want him. I was hoping you would say Lewis Hamilton. I would have done that one.
Is he a young driver?
He's a young driver.
I thought-
That's hard.
By the
That's
way,
hard.
By the way, congratulations to Guan Yu for what was it? Congratulations to Guan Yu for Rookie of the Year.
Congratulations! Wait, he was the only rookie.
And-
right?
But he was a great
And
rookie.
just like the Chinese elections this year, it was uncontested.
We're not going to be able to air the show in China
Guys, I
after this.
really want to go to China.
I have been there. I've been to China. It's delicious.
I'm trying to go and eat.
Look,
there, you guys.
Look,
I
the
have an American passport.
the-
Can we please?
the monuments are great. The people are really nice. The
Really
government not good.
Yeah,
So-
no, very bad. Government no good, but also Ghana government. You know what?
Ming Kasa.
Okay,
Don't say
okay,
any.
I'll take the Ghanaian government over China any day.
I wouldn't.
Nah, lower our fuel prices. Lower our
He
fuel
should
prices.
just resign.
He should
Anyway,
please
he should
resign.
just
Oh my
resign.
goodness.
Please, anyway, sorry, no, Kufuor, please resign. Anyway, we gotta get to the race because we don't have much to talk about.
So I watched Don't Worry Darling last weekend.
So, babe, what was
I
qualifying?
mean,
Qualifying was Max Verstappen was on pole. That's it.
What was
No one.
what was the race result?
oh,
Max Verstappen
was
won.
no, qualifying Max Verstappen was on pole. Then Sergio Perez was second.
Why do we
And
call him
then
Checo?
Carlos Sainz is I think he came in third.
Okay.
Why do we call Sergio Checo? Is that his like middle name?
I don't know. Don't question it. Don't
Okay.
question the glory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, and then afterwards it was
Max Verstappen won.
winning, and then
And then
Charles Leclerc came second,
Yeah, so
and
just-
Sergio Perez came third.
That was really
So
okay.
where was
Dad
the-
was really was very content with the results, but I was very disappointed.
I'm actually kind of content with the results. I mean, I was disappointed it too. There's a lot of things we need to unpack about this race. One was hella boring. Let's start with that. Abu Dhabi. It was not interesting.
I slept.
There were some battles. Vettel, as usual, came in with the amazing last-minute, last-lap clincher with
Yeah.
Daniel Ricciardo,
Oh,
which we will get to because we need to talk about
But
those
here's
two.
the thing. Here's
But,
the thing. I want to say something. I don't want to skip ahead.
Okay, we'll see. We'll talk. But then aside from that, I mean, it was Basa. I mean, like, let's be honest.
It was okay.
It was
I mean, the
okay.
fireworks were great.
But if you
you know,
compare it to last year, you can't. Up, 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 up.
We're not gonna.
Ba,
I'm not
ba,
comparing
ba,
it
ba,
to
ba.
last year. I'm comparing it to Brazil.
No, I'm not coming to.
I'm comparing it to the bench. I'm comparing like Brazil was our previous what's it called last race traditionally until season finale until Abu Dhabi came on the calendar. So I will always probably compare it to Brazil. And honestly, we had it in Brazil last year, right?
Yeah.
We did.
No, I mean,
We did.
I don't know.
what?
We had a Brazil.
Yeah,
Grand
and it
Prix
was
last
a really good race.
So, like,
So
exactly. And Abu Dhabi was so crazy because of what happened that was the only time that I ever have remembered Abu Dhabi being more exciting than Brazil.
Yeah.
I feel like Abu Dhabi should be taken off the calendar.
No, I don't think it should be taken off the calendar. I just don't think it should be not the last race.
I think
it should be bunched up with the rest of the Middle Eastern races.
I think that
That would
Abu
be very-
Dhabi
for sure.
is honestly not worth it to have.
Why?
That's on an
Because
island.
it's just, I mean, like, it's honestly, I think it's on like the same plane as France and Monaco.
I mean,
Are-
France is-
I do
Monaco is a special kind of
No,
boring.
but
I do like that it starts sort of at sunset and then goes up until night.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
that's
that is so beautiful.
very
That is
nice.
really nice.
I think it is representative of the sun going down on the F1 season.
Which is a nice thing to think about. It's very waxing
which is
poetic.
why we do Australia at sunrise.
I'm not waking up.
I'm not waking up for that. I'm not waking up.
That's painful.
Yeah, already Australians do not get any good timings except for Oz Grand Prix and probably Japan. And if China would ever happen, then China. But then
If
even
Malaysia-
Singapore is shit. We don't get a good time for that. I was up at like what 10 in the evening.
I told one of my friends that, oh, you should watch the next race. And he's in Australia. He's in Brisbane. I said, you should watch the next race. He's like, hey, yeah, where is it?
people over in calendar year for like watch races because they're all at terrible times. It's either stupidly early in the morning on a Monday or very late in the evening on a Sunday.
And
we
even
might
take
have-
into account that it's on Monday.
It is
I did not
Yeah.
take into account that it's on
It
Monday.
sucks because then I go straight to work afterwards and I'm like half dead, and then I'm probably pissed off because
then
Mercedes
the
didn't do
races-
well.
or the race just
Wasn't the
great.
vibe?
It wasn't the
No, I mean,
vibe.
like I'm glad that I was in Ghana this time around,
You
because
just
and I had just
Of course.
landed as well too.
Yeah.
I mean, and so like, I could watch it at a decent time. So like, I mean, look, I will say this: Australians and New Zealanders are the hardest core F1 fans.
Big ups to you.
It is insane
Big
what we
up.
have to do to watch races. So I will always
And the
give
Americans,
massive.
we understand it's difficult, but please.
Please don't complain about Las Vegas.
Australians have
We get
two-
Las Vegas is painful, but at
Las
least it's in the
Vegas is-
same country as you. And you know what? We do the same for Singapore,
Like,
which is
Vegas
about 2
comes on
hours
at-
behind behind us.
Wasn't Vegas technically come on at 4 p.m. in the afternoon in Australia?
I say, please, we're trying to make a point. I would just like you to agree.
Exactly.
Okay, I agree.
Thank you.
Thank Stop musing us. Anyway, the point is that, I mean, look, I think Abu Dhabi, as cool as it is, and as cool as the concept is, I don't think they should get last billing. I don't think any
I
like
don't
true
like- I
F1
don't honestly-
fan.
I don't like Abu Dhabi as a track. It's like the cars are no longer like, I think, who was it? Clement? Like, one of my friends was making a very good comment saying like, oh, the cars way back when were more fit for long straights than they are now.
Yeah.
So Abu Dhabi used to be a lot of fun to watch, so that's probably why they kept it last. But now the cars are able to adapt to corner, and it's not fun anymore. And they're not as fast down the straights unless you're what? Red Bull.
Right.
So,
Which, congratulations to Red Bull. You like,
also, like, fuck you too, Red Bull. Because also, this is my issue. You guys could have had such a good strategy and shaked it up a little bit, but unless it's the stewards or the FIA that's shaking things up, then you guys don't want to do anything.
You know
Because
what? You know what, Red
You
Bull?
literally had Verstappen defending for Sergio to try and get that point, but no, they don't give a damn.
yeah,
Red
and
Bull.
Verstappen actually, didn't he make a comment over the radio?
Yes,
saying-
he said slow him down. He said,
all the way at the front, and then you decide you don't even want to slow down to even help him out. What sort of nonsense is that? You know you want
And Lewis came to fight Sergio on that because I
Good.
think it was revenge
Yeah.
from last year and all.
Yes.
Honesty. So honestly, if Verstappen could have defended for Sergio so that we could have had an actual
and
Sergio
given
and
Charles
Leclerc,
Leclerc a lot
it
of
would have been
issues.
so much more fun.
Yes,
as a
like
race.
baited Charles to be like, Charles could come and take first, but then honestly defend it like hell. Like
Honestly, it makes no sense.
yeah, I mean,
Because
like,
Red Bull was already declared the constructors.
Max
Verstappen was
Verstappen.
already declared the drivers' world champion. So why not get 3 for 3 and get Sergio to be second? Like, it literally made. I don't know is Britta. No, Britta isn't that. Hannah
Hannah
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
She could have made some really good calls, but if she was off work that day.
shock set.
And the,
Oh, sorry, Stella.
yes.
Seller, please.
Pop off.
so, couple of things about that. One, David
none of you
Croft
would
said, if Verstappen had let Perez through during Brazil, it wouldn't have mattered because Leclerc finished second in Abu Dhabi anyways. I disagree. If Verstappen had let Perez through, Leclerc would have been more intimidated in Abu Dhabi. And so it could have caused him to make a mistake. One. Second of all, Verstappen. Right? Because it's like you don't do it in Brazil. You don't do it in Abu Dhabi. And honestly, you don't deserve to be in a team where teamwork is important. And I know Red Bull's never been about that, right? You've seen it with Weber and Vettel and, other times. But it's disappointing. And you know what, Red Bull? And you know what, Red Bull? I gave I gave advice to Haas at the beginning of this year, and you know what? Look at them. They got their first pole. And you know what? Maybe you can too. Okay? If you listen to my advice. Here's the advice, okay? There's this great young driver that is a free agent for next year, you know. He is a proven driver with a great record. So what you want to do is sack Verstappen, fuck Perez, right? And you want to bring in Daniel Ricciardo as your second driver. Hear me out. As your second driver, you're gonna be like, why would we bring Daniel Ricciardo? Look, he's a good fucking driver, right? So you bring in Daniel Ricciardo. And then you bring in Sebastian Vettel, and we have the dream team at Red Bull, and you build the fastest fucking car. And I guarantee you that championship is yours for the next 6 years.
I think I kind of actually agree with that. Honestly, that would be the dream.
The dream team.
But we don't, you know.
But
Red Bull's not known for giving us our dreams.
I would also like them to remove Christian Horner. I mean, if we're going for a dream team, that might as well go all the way. Now that Marco can also retire.
Oh my gosh, we forgot the biggest news. And I don't have one of those like confetti poppers for this, right?
What?
I wish I did. Fred Vasseur might be, and Ferrari denied this, but Fred Vasseur might be replacing Mattia Binotto.
Hey! I stopped cheering. This is something that should have happened in the first race. I don't want to hear any cheers because honestly, at this point,
No, it's Italian pride. They want to keep an Italian guy running the show.
I thought it was German.
No, Mattia Binotto is Italian.
I thought it was Swiss.
Bonnetonto, how can Benotto be a Swiss name?
I mean, there's some people who
Yeah,
are
there is an Italian. They're Swiss Italians.
Yeah.
How? Geography, no, they.
No, they
mean-
border Italy. Switzerland borders Italy.
That's Switzerland also borders
Did you
Germany.
pass geography? Did you have geography in high school?
I did. Or how did you pass? Who said anything about pass?
Yeah, I did. He went, and she even went to an international
I
school.
actually got a 6 out of 7. That's really good. So, but it was like talking about like how like volcanoes are formed and shit.
Afi,
Yeah,
don't
that's
lie.
right. Anyway, look, Mattia has done
Nothing.
some nothing.
So
He made a fast car. Let's be honest about his achievements. He has actually made a car that was a championship contender.
That is because he is an engineer.
You know what?
Right. The problem
you know what?
was he didn't know what to do with it. So
fact-
they just messed up.
The fact that
That it was-
Leclerc finished second and the fact that Ferrari finished second is
It's
amazing.
it's only
Is
because
amazing.
Mercedes, and also because, and this is the other big story of Abu Dhabi, Hamilton retired in the
That is the
4
first
laps to go. Hamilton retired.
That is the first time I've ever seen Hamilton retire.
It is a really long time since I've last
due
seen
to
a car issue.
If it's not a crash, then the man is staying in the race.
Is
Yeah.
it
Even
Malaysia? Okay, this is
Exactly as he did it.
So,
and he did it in
I want
Milan.
to know what the plan is because there's got to be.
It was hella depressing.
It was very sad.
It was hella depressing. I'm not gonna
I was
lie.
sad about the donut thing. When I heard that, I was very
And
sad.
Alonso was out as well too, so they didn't even do
Oh,
reciprocating
that one-
donuts. No, Alonso should have been at least in for the donuts.
Yeah.
Please, that one I would have
Also
liked
then-
Alonso to stay in the race.
what they resurrect the cars, because it's like, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I want to support Pierre Gasly next year, right? Daniel Ricciardo's leaving, Sebastian Vettel's leaving. You know, I might support Nico Hulkenberg though, to be fair, but like
I would.
Pierre Gasly's
Sorry.
Daniel Ricciardo's leaving. Fernando Alonso's going to Aston Martin. But it's Alpine. So it's like, I don't want to, because it's like, if they were still Renault,
It's been 2 years.
I'm not going to get over it. I'm not going to get over it.
Same as the same as the reason why he's not happy that there's not a Turkish Grand Prix next year.
No, that one I get. Turkey is a really good track, so I completely understand.
Which it might be replaced by China again. It might be replaced.
Wait, why do I feel like I'm being gaslit by China right now? Like, are we having it or not? Can they pick? Can they
No,
pick?
they can't.
Please?
No, they can't. That's the thing. So, like, what's the race before? Baku? Right. So, after the race in Baku, right? Hold on. I'm going to do something really funny. I'm going to predict the Baku podium. Are we ready?
Hamilton.
Wait, this is going on YouTube, so I just want you to know this is on the internet.
Yeah, that's fine. Hamilton.
Do we think we...
Leclerc, Verstappen. Okay? Moving on. Podium happens. Crofty says, and we'll see you next weekend in China. The next day, China gets cancelled. Just watch. Because it's like, they don't care.
Well,
I mean-
have COVID. I mean, there are COVID restrictions that are making.
I'll be
things hard.
honest, that's still quite strict. I don't think there is any other country in the world that has
We're
as
almost-
strict COVID requirements as
almost
China.
And Ghana had some pretty crazy ones. They said that they'll vaccinate you on upon arrival, but China, honestly, China, it's been like we're getting to like 20.
Yeah, it'll be like 3 or 4 years.
Let's go back to like regular life.
Yeah, I mean, like I think it's a bit much for China, but like you know what? Each country to their own vibes, I guess. I mean, who am I to say? Australia, we've had long requirements as well too. New Zealand too. We didn't allow anyone.
Yeah.
So like, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I mean, look, we need to move on anyway because we need to talk about the big thing that happened.
What? No, I don't.
We have to acknowledge it, guys. He's done. He's retired. He's done. And you know what? Again, I reiterate the crazy thing that we're all lamenting about this. Because had he did it like a year or two after he got his 4th championship, we will all be popping champagne. I'm not even kidding. We did not like him. We did not like him. When he moved to Ferrari, we were even very concerned because we were like, ah, shit, he's going to just run away and like he'll become the greatest of all time.
I wasn't concerned when he moved to Ferrari.
Why were you not concerned when he moved to Ferrari?
I'm an oracle. And I honestly, I didn't feel good vibes about it. And honestly, like I just didn't, like his move to Ferrari just felt weird because he was like moving from his opponent, like he's moving to like his opponent's team. So like even when Schumacher moved to Mercedes,
well, that was after he retired.
Yeah. But that was also like Mercedes was not the team that it is today. So, but like it still feels some type of way, you know.
It did feel some type of way when he did move, but so then like Mercedes was not a competitive team at the time.
Exactly. So like if Danny was at Red Bull, and then Danny was at Red Bull. But when Danny was at Red Bull and then he moved to like Mercedes, that would feel some type of way to me.
But he did something very similar to that. He moved to Renault. Which
I'm not gonna say anything about Renault because I want them to stay for the next season.
Okay.
So
I was there, okay? 2016 Renault car launch. I watched it during class. During humanities class. I watched it live. Mr. Tavares. I don't know if you know Mr. Tavares.
Bless you.
But I watched it live.
I know Mr.
So that's the thing. Anyways, Sebastian Vettel. You guys know I'm a big fan of Sebastian Vettel. And it's bittersweet, but you know what hit me the most? Because I thought it wouldn't hit me that bad. You know, it's still like I'm okay about it. Yeah, I'm sad, but like I'm not gonna cry about it. But you know when it hit me the most? When all three were done with their interviews, and then they brought in Sebastian Vettel for an interview.
Yeah.
And he just started talking about the race. And it took me back to like when he was at Ferrari and such, and like when he would finish on the podium and like he would explain how the race went and stuff like that. It's painful. It's painful. I wish he could have retired on the top of his game. It would hurt less.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, I mean, as much as we've enjoyed Sebastian Vettel's dominance, you know, like he's a 4-time world champion. That's no easy feat. I feel like, you know, there was a lot of what if kind of that we're asking ourselves a little bit, because like he then moved to Ferrari and we all know how that went. If he stayed at Red Bull, would he be equaling Michael Schumacher at 7? Would he have gotten 8? Like, we just don't know. And then, like, obviously Mercedes had its run of dominance and things like that. So we feel a bit more fulfilled with maybe, say, Lewis.
Yeah.
Because, like, if he decided to retire now, yeah, it would be hella sad. Oh, we'll be devastated. But, like, you know, we can rest in a way because, like, a little easier because he's reached 7 and, like, is, like, got basically 7.
And it's like,
so,
Sebastian Vettel switched to Aston Martin and then retired. And so it's worse.
Exactly.
It's like if Hamilton went to like Williams next year and then retired.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
It hurts.
It really would hurt because, like, you know, he deserves so much more.
He does.
I mean, like, it was kind of, I guess maybe it would have been better if he retired when he was, like, say at Red Bull or something like that. And then they came back.
He would have never been at Ferrari then.
No. He would have never been at Ferrari then. But
then
honestly, wait. I want to talk about Vettel's Ferrari years for 2 seconds. Because let's be honest with ourselves. How okay are we, or how much did him being at Ferrari give us anything?
I mean, it didn't give us anything, but the thing is that Ferrari is a team that any driver would jump on.
I get that. I completely understand that. But why? Like, especially at the way they are at the moment. Why? Yes, Selim? Yes, sir.
15, 16, 17, 18. If Ferrari had built a car, that championship was Vettel's, and it's the closest team that got to Mercedes until like 2020.
Oh, yeah.
And that's purely because of Sebastian Vettel. Because 2019, they made an engine, but like any time before that, that's Sebastian Vettel driving that car.
That's actually true.
Yeah.
That's actually very true. I mean, if we look back at I think the 2015 or 2014 U.S. Grand Prix, when they were doing the announcements, it was the top 2 contenders were Lewis and Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah.
So that does make actually.
I would just like to say though, although I mean I can't really say from like an entertainment point of view what Vettel, because I don't think I was paying attention during those years, but I think like I know we were just talking about politics, but like looking at the team politics of like any racing team is also very interesting. And like with this season we got to see the team politics in Red Bull. It was a slap in the face, in all honesty.
I mean, we've seen it before.
We have, but I think Vettel at Ferrari also showed some of that team politics too.
That's true.
And which is something that I found pretty interesting. And Ferrari was whack for that, by the way.
Ferrari was dead-ass bad.
But like, I think not just in terms of entertainment, like looking at it analytically within how a team functions, I think he also brought a lot of stuff to light.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Yeah. And even still.
But again, if I wasn't paying attention, then it was boring. So I low-key agree with that as well.
Let's talk about teams being shitty to their drivers.
So we're talking about Ferrari now, right?
Ferrari, Red Bull. Okay, not Red Bull. No, that's
Red Bull,
Verstappen.
No, put
That's
your finger back up.
Verstappen.
Red Bull, actually, Ferrari. No, Red Bull's part 2. Unless your name is Maximilian. What's his name? No, he has a middle name. Maximilian something.
His name is Maximilian?
Yeah, Maximilian.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Maximilian.
Ferrari.
E in it, and then Verstappen. Sorry, Max. I apologize. I butchered your name.
Ferrari.
That's a Mario Kart character.
Maximilian doesn't deserve to drive for a multi-million-dollar team with a very well-liked energy drink, Verstappen.
We should use his government name every single time.
We should.
What's his name?
Okay, let's see. 1 second.
Maximilian Emilian. No, it's Max
His
Emilian.
name is not
It's just Maximilian. Whatever, Maximilian Emilian. Stop it.
I gave you his full name. You will use his full name.
I don't want to use his engine with the energy drink. He doesn't deserve
Everything.
to drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Energy drink thingy, absolutely.
Verstappen.
Anyway, Essay is us getting a shot of whiskey because she needs.
I was getting somewhere though. Ferrari, Red Bull, Haas. They did not let Mick Schumacher do donuts after the race.
How do you do
Because
that?
he's gonna crash and break the car. He's going to break the car.
In open air.
He's going to break the car.
The season's over.
But he's going to break the car.
And so the season has ended. What does they need?
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? When you're already in debt, do you want to get into more debt?
That is a good question. How much debt has Mick Schumacher caused the Haas team?
A lot.
If he did donuts, then it would be 2 billion.
If his family is wealthy, it's not that wealthy.
Get a whole.
Let's be honest with ourselves. They are a wealthy family, but they're not that wealthy. Look, the point is that we're going to miss Vettel a lot.
Yes.
And we want to just say, Danke, Seb.
Danke, Seb.
Thank you so much for everything that you've done for the sport.
Yes.
We truly, whether or not we loved you during your domination or hated you, we respect you. We respect the hell out of you.
Honestly,
And we think you've added so much to the sport. So thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Honestly, Seb has been one of the drivers who has made the sport more inclusive for so many different.
Yeah.
Like we always talk about Lewis, right? But like, let's give a round of applause to Seb because like he's brought a lot of people into the sport.
Yeah.
And I think it's awesome what he did. Was it in Saudi?
Oh, Hungary.
Was it Hungary?
Where
he went go-karting with female drivers.
that was Saudi, yeah.
That was Saudi,
Yeah.
yeah. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I think I.
And you know what? We will.
And also, Sebastian Vettel keeps Formula One honest.
Yeah.
He
and
does.
It's like, and he keeps them on their toes. He was in there during Saudi advocating for the team members who couldn't make it.
Exactly.
And it's just like we're good.
And I'm gonna also say something about him as well too. That comes with a level of maturity. I think for both Seb and for Matt and for Lewis, they are old enough now and really successful enough that they can speak their mind. But there are drivers that are just as successful. I'm not naming names and doesn't say jack shit. So I mean, I think it is up. Yes, and you know exactly who I'm talking about. I am just saying that to the younger generation that is coming up, please take their lead. Please, we beg of you, don't wait until you've won multiple championships to say something and to be a voice and advocate for people and marginalized groups within
There
the
are
sport.
people who have won multiple championships who still advocate that their fans are not sexist or racist whatsoever.
However, just what? Not saying names.
But with that, I don't like who Seb swapped his helmet with. No.
I think you know what he's sticking to his word and being inclusive. Anyway,
I mean, Seb was going to swap helmets with half the grid.
What does that mean to them?
Coming in with all
He's
these
being
racing
inclusive.
helmets. He's like, okay, I need another. And Seb's like, I need another helmet for this driver that I really like. And like, say no more. I got you, boo.
Yeah.
I got you, boo.
exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, we have to wrap up. You guys, this is our last episode for this season.
Okay, wait, hold on. This is our last stream, debrief. This is 2 years in a row.
This is now our second year.
Woo!
I think if we can all say one thing that we've taken away from this season, whether it has been on the track, off the track, with the drivers or with the community or anything like that, I think we should say something.
Yes.
Please keep it brief because we don't have a lot of time.
Yes.
So should we start with the
No. I didn't mean it like that. I'm saying a safe starts.
Safe.
I know, because when you said please keep it brief, I said a safe, but I was trying to say a safe start, but then
I was gonna say Afi.
to...
Oh, I was gonna say Selim. Anyway, say you want to go first?
Yeah, don't get Instagram. That's how it all begins. But no, in all seriousness, this season has, I mean, it felt like there was a beginning, a middle, and an end. And there was a lot that happened in the middle. And it's just like, so much has happened. Like, I don't know. I want to see Mercedes get better. I want to see Ferrari get better. I want to see Aston Martin get better. I'm looking forward to seeing all the team battles that's going to be happening with Alpine and Aston Martin and Haas and like McLaren. And no, McLaren very kind of cool, but Red Bull not so much. And honestly, Selim, I think he might get karma with Alpine switching over from Renault with what's happening with our team lineup. So
that would be an interesting one. Okay, Selim, you want to go?
I don't know what I'm gonna say yet, so.
Happy.
I would like to say that I'm happy to be working with Selim and my sister.
You can leave.
No, but in all seriousness, I'm really happy to be working with you guys. It's lots of fun to do Box Box Goss with you guys. I'm sorry that I have been absent for basically half the season. And I have lots of fun ideas for Box Box Goss, and we hope to continue to grow our pit crew. And we're really happy with how our pit crew has, increased this year. It's kind of crazy because we're still pretty small, but like, we love you guys and we really appreciate all of you guys. I'm really happy that we've been able to work with so many other F1, fans, and see their perspective. And we hope to do more collaborations. Regarding F1, honestly, I'm always at heart going to be a Mercedes fan because hopefully one day I'll be able to afford a car. But I don't really care for what happens next season. I hope Lewis wins his 8th. Can't wait to see that. I hope he does, but I just want the season to be entertaining, and I also do not want it to be super heavily dominated by one team. It makes it boring. I completely understand what all the Red Bull people were saying for the past 7 years, but it does make it boring. So I hope to see a little bit more spice, and can't wait for Melbourne.
It's on Melbourne. We don't start in Melbourne.
Where do we start?
It's down in Bahrain.
I can't wait for Melbourne.
Stunning. Beautiful. By the way, this should have been in the news section, but if Red Bull drops Perez, you know who's next in line, right?
I can't believe that that's happening. Ricciardo! He's going to be he's the test driver for them next year.
So if Ricciardo comes back
Ricciardo,
next year...
You like paid. Just take your money and go.
Okay, so she's gone. Selim, do you have your thoughts or should I go?
I have my thoughts.
Okay, go for it.
Throughout this year, you have seen us, and first of all, I agree with Afi's sentiments. This has been a lot of fun. I didn't know I'd enjoy it this much. Afi isn't here, but
she's here. She's here in spirit. She just doesn't want to be.
I'd like to thank Afi for inviting me to be a guest on the show 2 years ago. Hi. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
It's going in the show. You know.
Yeah.
You can't swear.
You can't say. You can't swear. You can't say.
I'm not swearing.
Okay,
I don't swear.
So let's let him finish final thoughts. Okay, Selim, go.
Salam.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Right.
So that was a surprise guest, guy.
That's normally who we call.
I'm putting that in the episode title.
Okay.
So you guys have seen us invite a lot of different people on the show this year. A lot of them people of color. We had wonderful people on our show, And at the end of the day, Formula One is an inclusive sport. And there is no place in Formula One for sexism or racism of any kind. And I want to reiterate this because anything in life is more exciting and it's better when it is diverse. So if there's one thing that I want our one viewer out there to take into next year, it's that don't be sexist, don't be racist, obviously, and be inclusive. But yeah.
I think you guys have said everything that I've kind of wanted to say this year. I mean, look, this is a labor of love. This show is a massive labor of love for all of us. And I think even though this season did not go the way that I personally wanted to, in fact, it was very painful for me to watch at times. I won't lie to you. I think there's been a lot of joy in the fact of how many people we know now as we now call friends. The people that now that have warmly accepted us into the F1 community, and make us feel very at home. And so I think from the bottom of our hearts, we want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who has plugged us and spreaded the word with us. Thank you to everyone who has worked with us. I mean, there are people that in the second year of the show, I am amazed that we were able to get on the show.
Really?
I mean, honestly, and also just the buddies and the friends of ours that we love so much who return back to the show.
Yeah.
Timo, we love you so much. And Halfway as well too. And
Halfway.
I want you back. I mean,
Rudra, come back.
There are so many people that we love and that came back. Oh, and Sheffy. Honestly, there's so many people that we came back.
Can
on
we
the
have
show and
Kofi Leclerc for the Bahrain Grand Prix?
Anyway, the point is that
hold on. Can we have Kofi Leclerc back for Bahrain?
Yes.
Please.
That would I make the official expression. That would I make the official.
To add to that, it's been this show has also given me, and I can speak. I feel like I can speak for everyone here. It's given all of us so much joy.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel sometimes it doesn't feel like work. It feels like we're building. This is the house that we're building.
Yeah.
And these are people who are coming through into our house, and it's I can't believe, it's just unbelievable how much we've grown.
I would just like to say that I haven't met Slow Pit Stop. That's their name, right?
Yeah, the Slow Pit Stop, the podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would love to work with all of you guys.
Like Mohammed.
Yes, because I didn't get. I wasn't
Same.
there, so,
Exactly.
okay.
I agree with that.
Okay. You guys are all infringing on my last minute thoughts, and I'm closing the show now thanks to you people. Anyway, the bottom line is...
Wait, but I haven't announced.
No, what announcements you have?
Can I say?
Whisper into my ear before you say it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, sure. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to say that thank you for an amazing season. Honestly, thank you so much to everybody who's watched this. We can't wait to come back, regardless of it's another Max Verstappen championship.
I will come back.
Hopefully he
I will
wins.
come back.
Hopefully it's
back.
entirely free of controversy. We are hoping that for him. Or if Charles Leclerc finally gets his his first championship, or if Lewis finally gets number 8. Whatever happens in 2023, we can't wait to come back. Fishika, do you have an announcement?
I just wanted to say,
wait, what are you trying to say?
I would like to congratulate Daniel Ricciardo for winning the 2023 championship.
Hey! That's not happening. Anyway, next.
And Virgo's
we know we've been on for quite a fair bit, but if you've made it to the end of this show, we would just like to make sure that you guys know that you can still find us on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. You can find, maybe, I don't know, we're not sure right now, but there is content still going to be put out. It will be slightly slower on Instagram just because the season is, I don't know, we also need a break. But TikTok will be a little bit, I think, more peppy. Honestly, I have a lot of ideas, but hopefully
I might
get
make a guest appearance.
Yes, Salam, I would love that. But hopefully on YouTube we're able to make content that isn't just debriefs, and we may be able to get that out. But we'll have announcements out on our Instagram and on our Twitter.
Yeah, don't forget our Twitter.
I'm sorry, there's a lot of controversy on Twitter right now.
And Twitter is popping.
But I say it's popping off on the Twitter. So if you
don't announce who our admin is for Twitter.
I feel naked now.
Anyway,
say Saddam and I are popping up on Twitter right now. So honestly, if you guys want to pop and stop by there, and also contact us if you guys ever want to be on a show for next season. And we are honestly more than happy to have any.
As you can see, we have very professional production quality.
We love you. Anyway, the bottom line is we have to close. Thank you all so much for a fantastic 2022. We don't know when we'll be back. We are hoping that we might come back to you sooner during the winter break for maybe some fun, winter fun.
Yes, we do.
But if we don't, knock on wood, we will. But if we don't, we will see you in about 3 months.
Hold on. There we go.
We will see you in about 3 months for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's going to be a fun year, guys, but rest up. Enjoy your holidays if you are celebrating any of the holidays during the winter season. Take care. We love you so much, Pit Crew. Bye!
Bye!